Hello everyone, I welcome you all for the lecture series videos of Basics of Mechanical Engineering. In the previous video, we have discussed about we just introduced about the blast furnace. In this video, we are going to discuss about in detail about the construction and working of the blast furnace. I am Dr. J.Yokesh Kumar, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering in SNS College of Engineering. So let us have a detailed discussion on this. So this diagram explains the construction of the blast furnace. So as we discussed earlier, this is the cylindrical shell. This furnace is made up of a cylindrical shell which is made up of steel. So that cylinder is not throughout this profile is not cylindrical throughout the entire height. It has various cross section. At the bottom we have a narrow down path, and at the center we have a uh, high, very high diameter, and at the top we have a again narrow down path. Then to withstand high temperature, this inside we have made with the refractory brick lining. It is used to withstand very high temperature. So the refractory bricks are made up of refractory sand. It is used to absorb heat that is produced during the melting stage. And at the top we have a hopper for loading the charge. At the charge, new charge can be added at the top, for example pig iron, scrap, mild steel, then various ingredients, copper, nickel, uh, coke, that is added for the ingredients for the molten metal. And above and below that we have a passages for the waste gases out. Initially we are supplying the blast of hot air inside the furnace, and that is after heating the raw material, and it is cooled, and it is led out to the ambient via this pipe. And at the bottom we have a plug hole. It is used to collect the molten iron, and above the slightly above the plug hole we have another plug hole. It is used to collect the molten slag. So what do you mean by molten slag? When the metal is melted to its molten state, there may be of oxide layers which is formed on the top layer of the molten metal. The skin has to be removed properly, or otherwise which leads to pouring related defects. So this is due to this skin formation is due to the metal, liquid metal is at the top layer of the liquid metal is in contact with the atmospheric air, which reacts with oxygen, which forms an iron oxide. So this iron oxide is formed as a slag. We have to remove it. And above the liquid metal we have a hot air blast that is used to that air is directed to the charges means that raw material we are keeping inside the furnace. So the air is heated by means of proper heater, that is we are using an furnace oil or diesel used to heat the air. Then the hot air is blown on the raw materials. At the top of the raw material, the ions forms in trickles down at 400 degrees centigrade. At the middle, carbon monoxide forms and rises to 800 degree centigrade. And finally, we have a carbon dioxide forms and rises to 1400 degrees centigrade. And the metal is converted into a fully liquidous form. That liquid metal is collected at the bottom, where we can collect the slags that is formed at the top layer by means of a plug hole. Then after removing the slag, the fresh metal is collected at the bottom, and via unplugging the hole we can collect the molten metal at the bottom. And this is how the construction of the metal is there. And these are all the important reactions for the blast furnace. Then oxygen reacts with the coke, that is nothing but the carbon, which forms carbon dioxide. And we have a limestone, that is CaCO3, which reacts with the carbon dioxide, which forms um, calcium oxide. Then carbon dioxide, it is produced as a byproduct which reacts with the carbon, which will make an carbon monoxide. So these are all the important reactions formed in the blast furnace. And these are all my references. My first reference, Manufacturing Technology, Foundry, Forming and Welding, authored by P.N. Rob in the year of 2013. Then my second reference, a textbook of Production Technology, authored by P.C. Sharma, published by S. Chand and Company in the year of 2014. So in this video, we have detailedly discussed about the construction and working of blast furnace and the various reactions taking place in the furnace. So I hope this video is useful for you. Thank you for your attention.